There's a moment in every person's life when they realize they've been living inside something. Not just the family, not just a culture, but a system. Invisible, efficient, and absolutely certain that it knows what's best for you. It starts the moment you're born. You cry, and someone writes your name into a database. You take your first steps, and someone hands you a uniform. You start to think, and someone gives you a curriculum. You grow up thinking, this is normal. That the lines on the floor are there for safety. That the rules on the wall are there for fairness. That the schedule you live by is the only way to live. The system teaches you everything, except how to question it. You're told to sit still when your body wants to move, told to memorize when your mind wants to explore, told to compete when your heart wants to connect. By the time you're 18, the voice in your head isn't yours anymore. It's the voice of the system. Get good grades. Get a job. Get a house. Get married. Don't fail. The system never says, be free. It says, be useful. And it rewards obedience with comfort. You get good grades. You get praise. You get the job. You get stability. You follow the rules. You get peace of mind. But it's a peace that comes with a leash. The kind of peace that's only there as long as you behave. The system thrives on predictability. It needs everyone to walk in straight lines, because chaos terrifies it.
Ooh.
Chaos is you that being different is dangerous, that not following the plan is reckless, that wanting freedom is childish. It disguises conformity as success, mediocrity as stability, and fear as responsibility. You see it everywhere, in classrooms, offices, politics, even religion. The system doesn't care which side you're on, as long as you keep playing the game. But here's the secret. The system isn't evil. It's scared. It was created to protect people from chaos, from the unknown, from risk, from pain. The system believes it's saving you, but in doing so, it's killing something sacred. Your ability to think, act, and create freely. That's why the self begins to rebel. The self is not born inside the system. It's born the moment you notice the walls. It's the quiet whisper that says, there's more than this. It's the discomfort you feel when you do everything right and still feel empty. It's the subtle anger that arises when you realize your dreams were traded for security. The self doesn't want safety, it wants authenticity. It doesn't want comfort, it wants meaning. And meaning always requires risk. That's why most people bury their self. They drown it in distractions, numb it with entertainment, silence it with routine. Because if the self truly wakes up, it becomes impossible to live the same way again. Every system fears town. It's like it's free to live. Every system fears the awakened self. Every empire, every government, every institution, they all know what happens when too many people begin to think freely. The system begins to crack. And when it cracks, it will do everything in its power to hold you in place. It will tell you you're selfish for wanting something different, that you're naive for questioning authority, that you're arrogant for believing your path could be better. It will weaponize your guilt. It will whisper that your rebellion hurts others, that leaving the system means betraying your parents, your teachers, your country. But this is how the self is tested. The self asks, who made the rules? The system says, you'll be happy when you achieve. The self whispers, happiness is not in achievement, it's in alignment. The system says, fit in. The self replies, I was never meant to. And yet, most people will never escape the system, not because it's too strong, but because they're too comfortable. It's easy to complain about control when your stomach is full and your screen is bright. It's harder to walk into the unknown, to build your own structure, your own truth, your own rhythm. Freedom is not a door you walk through. It's a wall you tear down, one brick at a time. The system doesn't collapse in one grand act of rebellion. It dissolves slowly. As you stop obeying its invisible rules, when you stop needing approval, when you stop measuring yourself against others, when you stop trading authenticity for belonging, that's when you start to see not just what the system is, but who you are without it. When the system realized that control through force no longer worked, it discovered something far more powerful: control through thought. You can chain a person's body, but that only lasts so long. To truly own someone, you must convince them that the cage is their home. That's what mental conditioning is. Not the destruction of freedom, but the illusion that you never had any. From childhood, you are programmed. Not by a villain behind a curtain, but by a culture that rewards obedience and punishes curiosity. The conditioning is elegant. You are taught what to value. You are told what success looks like. You are shown who to admire and who to avoid. And soon, you don't even need rules, because you've become your own warden. You wake up